Hello, crafty friends. This is the Papered Chef here. I'm also joined by my friend Kathy, who is visiting and who has shared many of her swaps with me. Want to say hello?
Hi.
Well, thank you for joining. So she hasn't seen some of these swaps herself, so that's going to be a surprise to her. But some of these first ones are from her. So what's going on in this video? I have swaps, I have Happy Mail, and this is just the beginning because we are attending an onstage event this weekend in Jacksonville, Florida. So you're not only going to get to see the swaps that we're going to be giving out, both of ours, that we're going to be trading, but after next week, I'm going to be sharing the swaps that I bring back from demonstrators from around the East Coast area. So we're going to have a lot more to show you. So I see you joining in, so say hello when you get here. Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for being first. First, I want to thank Betty for sending me these ScanNCut blades. So that's the first part of my Happy Mail. Sometimes we get ScanNCuts and we have two different models, and sometimes you get a blade and it doesn't fit your model. So these are from the CM350s or the CM models as opposed to the SDX. So she had an SDX and had some extra blades and blade holders. And I appreciate it because, as you know, I have a whole fleet, 2 CMs and 2 SDXs, and I can always use the blades. Let's check out Betty's card. It's pretty cool, right? It's using lots of scraps of paper and with the little gap between. So I really love those designs when you do that. I tend to, when I make cards like this, I tend to glue them all on and then I trim the edges, trim off the edges. All right, next I want to show you these really cool bags created from one piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper. We will be doing a tutorial on how to make these bags. Let me show you how much stuff you can fit inside them. So Kathy, being an overachiever, made 2 swaps. She's doing a 3D swap and a regular card swap. I'll be showing you her card in a little bit. Hello, Deborah from New South Wales. And hello, and that's New South Wales, Australia, for those of you globally challenged like I sometimes am. And hello, Deborah. Thank you for joining. So this bag is pretty cool. Well, first let me just kind of show you the bottom of it. So it's similar to the bag we made in our Jingle, 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 but those bags had sides and we were using them for cards. And they didn't have the extra flap to present the both sides of the paper. But the middle is sealed, and I'll probably be using Velcro in the middle part. You could put something through here if you wanted, but you have these 2 nice pouches. Isn't that cool? Loads of room in these bags. They're pretty strong, sturdy. This one's Celebrate Everything. What's your sentiment from? Just for you?
Celebrate everything.
That's the designer series paper? And how about the sentiment? Just for you. This one's Celebrate Everything paper. And what about the sentiment? Just for you. Well, we'll get to it then. Okay, and then inside, this is mine, this one with the ladybug, and it has a little eyeglass cloth. I don't think she's putting that in everybody's. Mine is special. But she is putting tea, and she had honey sticks or sugar. She's putting tea in the one side, and then the other side, grams. Honey grams. Okay, so you can see how much room this is inside this bag. It's very, very roomy. Oh, Linda is writing. She wishes we were here now. So, Linda, you're missing out. We're already having a slumber party up here. And we'll be down in Florida soon to meet up with you. I can't wait to see. I should have probably waited till Susan got here to do these swap video because she's probably going to bring another whole bucket load of swaps. These overachievers. So, okay, these are just ones that she made also with Celebrate Everything. But remember, the paper pumpkin kit, the Ho 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 paper pumpkin kit, and the Jingle 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 workshop series we just did. These are from the paper pumpkin kit, and this is from the Jingle 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 stamp set. These are just fantastic. I know, aren't they awesome? So we'll be making these. These aren't all for me. She just let me share some of the extra samples.
Charming Sentiments.
Charming Sentiments. Okay, so she looked it up. We have catalogs here. So this is from the Charming Sentiments, that one. All right, thank you. And now we're going to go through here and see what is in here. Now, mainly, the swap I'm sharing, except for some Happy Mail, mainly we have easel cards today. So there's different styles of easel cards. So what I did is I put them in the catalog, or actually, they're not all easel cards, but I put things in the catalog where they go, where the products they were made from goes. Okay, so this one, this one came with this. This is from my team member, Kay, and she Yeah, that is Kathy. Yep. Yeah, Linda, that is Kathy. She's like, is that Kathy I hear? This is a little, Kay calls it a humbug container. And I called it, I've been calling it a sour cream container. What I love about the one she sent me, besides it had a lot of candy in it that okay, the candy's gone, but it fit tea and candy. What I love about it is that it opens and closes. And she has the instructions, and I'll be doing a tutorial on this during the Cheerful Basket workshop series that we're doing this month on my YouTube channel. And she sent this card along with it. And this reminds you probably of what we did a couple months ago when we did a lot of the cup of tea, a lot of things with this cup of tea bundle. So here's the bundle. I love this stamp set and dies. And this is the In Color Designer Series paper. Or no, it's not the In Color Designer Series paper. It's the Tea Boutique Designer Series paper. And it's the color, the cards and envelopes, the In Color cards and envelopes. And then she cut it down to be an A2 card. Here's the envelope. No, mate, she didn't need to cut it down. It's already an A2 card. Isn't that just charming? Love it. Oops, there's my address. But everybody already knows my address. Anyway, let's keep going. And we're going to just see what else we can find in this crafty goodness. All right, we have one of the papered chefs. Donita Cook made this card. It's called a Twisted Easel Fold card. Check this out. Is that gorgeous? Here's the sunflower. Celebrate sunflowers. And it coordinates with the sunflower dies. So I like how she used designer series paper, or she created her own designer series paper. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Right? Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
And then, I mean, I love so many things about it. Very vanilla. Looks like stitch rectangles layered there. Lots of room for messages. I mean, layering. Yeah, it isn't beautiful, Cynthia. So that's Donita. It's my little chicken scratch on the back. Donita Cook. I'm trying to give everybody credit for making these cards. Okay, I'm just going to hand you them when I'm done. So we know we've seen them. Thank you. Okay, Hattie is my upline. That means that I joined her team and then other people joined my team. That's what, Donita is my downline, the one I just showed. Hattie is my upline. She's the one whose team I joined. She did this card with Happy Forest Friends. Simply adorable. It's another easel fold card style that gives you a lot of room to write a message on the front. See? Because you go, it still stands up like an easel fold. Whoop. But check it out. It stops up there. Pretty nice, right? Now, I have a course that I've already submitted to Udemy and Skillshare. It's all about making easel fold cards, and I'll give you a sneak peek of what you're going to learn in that course at the end of this video. If you want to learn how to make cards and how to die cut and stamp and embellish and layer and all the different things, I have a course for you. But isn't that cool? I love the way it stands up. And there's paper that goes along with that. Okay, here is Kathy's card, and she did, it's kind of like an easel fold, right, in a way.
A Z fold.
But it's a Z, because it stands up this way and not like an easel. And it's from Glad We're Friends, Simply Adorable. And it looks like you used a wobble spring to make the goofy dog getting blown by the fan. I'd love it. And that's going to be really popular. All right, later I'm going to show you her other swap that she made with the same style and with a different set when we get to that part of the catalog. So speaking of being blown away, wait till you see this one. Look at this one. It's from the Nuts About Squirrels. And we're going to all be casing this card because I've never seen anything like it. It's a book. So it's from Nuts About Squirrels, and it's an easel fold, but it's a book. So it looks like the book is up on a book stand. Pretty cool. Cindy Adair created this card. She's in the Beehive, so she's one of my Stampin' sidelines, we call them? Okay, sidelines. That's a new term I had not heard. That means we're both on the same team. But so this is pretty cool. She sent this. And look at the little scripty embossing folder. Oh, and she has another plate. It can write a message down there too. So we're all nuts about squirrels. Squirrels are fun. That's a great stamp set. Hope you're inspired. I get very inspired. Yeah, I know. Right, Deborah? I love the book card, too. I thought you'd be blown away. Okay, here's another one of Kathy's cards. And with my favorite set, the piggy. Well, it's one of my favorite. This little piggy was my all-time favorite. And then this birthday piggy is what she used. And I love the piggies. This is my favorite current one, I should say. So this is just the best because you can, your happy place, right? The pig wallowing in the mud. And then this is a gatefold card. So that's pretty cool, right? And she even stamped the inside. Overachiever, stamping the inside. I love it. And she used Design a Daydream Designer Series paper. All right, let's keep going. This is a card from before, and the reason I have that included, even though it's a swap from a while back, is it goes with these swaps that I've made. Because the swaps I made used the Sun Prince suite as well. And this is a swap from Hattie. And you're going to get to see how I used that folder. Okay, let's see. There's a couple more things in here. Here we go. I'm in the annual catalog, by the way. So if you like any of the things you see, just use the link below the video. And there's my website. And you can just click on that. There's always a current host code to be entered into my drawing. And you can order your products from me, from that website. Okay, this is pretty cool. So Mary Nell, she's one of my team members, she made this. And she used Texture Chic, which I love. But when I saw this, I got really inspired. It's another twisted easel fold card. But the reason I was really inspired is I loved that it was smaller than a regular card and it was square. And I loved the simplicity of it and how it stood up. So in my last series, Jingle, 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 I created this card. I cased her card. Case means copy and share everything. Yeah, let's find the copy and share everything. You're just going to flip it over. My assistant is helping me. All right, here we go. We'll get rid of that one. We're going to have this big pile on the floor. This is the Jingle, Jingle, Jingle workshop series that we just concluded the beginning of November, and now I'm working on Cheerful Basket. But that card that you just saw inspired me to make my own twisted easel fold cards, which I didn't know the name of them as I was making them the other day. I just said, hey, we're making easel fold cards. I make all kinds of cards on this channel. But in the courses I offer, I actually show you, I break it down every step of the way, which I'll explain later. So if you're new to card making and you're like, oh, that's too much, then I break it down for you where anybody can follow. Pretty cool. All right, so let's now look at some other ones from this mini catalog, July to December. See some other crafty goodness that was made by the Beehive team, of which I'm a part. Okay, this is the Sweetest Christmas easel fold card. Love how it stands up. Look at that. Super cool. This is a garden green, very Christmassy green. I usually don't use garden green ever unless it's Christmas time, but that's a really cool way to use it and way to make the candy canes show. Oops, let's give credit though. I forgot to give credit. That is Keisha Davis. That was from Keisha Davis, one of my Stampin' sidelines in the Beehive. So one of the team members. So what I'm showing you is clean team swaps. I know. Thank you, Deborah. She's saying they're gorgeous. And yeah, Cynthia, we do have an amazing team. And they do this every quarter. Well, actually, maybe 3 times a year. Hi, Anna from Australia. Thanks for catching me live. Yeah, so we do this quite often, these swaps. And then we do swaps at events as well. My mom is coming out to tell us the pot roast is ready. So you know that means that we have to speed up the video. She made apple pies and a pot roast and right. So this is let me see. This is Deb Shaw. She's on the Papered Chefs. She's one of my team members, and she's also part of the group to Beehive, of which we made the swap, and she used the boughs of holly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. And she's a soft, succulent background. And I also love her sticky notes. I need to do that. I need to get my own stamp made and put it on sticky notes like that. Okay. I really like the gold layering on the holly. And how these are raised up, and that one is just cut out and down. I mean, it's a lot of things to love about that card. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we have something from Lights Aglow. That's the very vanilla card base. with a very vanilla piece on it. And it's another easel fold, easel card. And there's a little snowflake there that helps the card stand up. So it's so super beautiful, easy fold by Amy Whitaker. This one's by Amy Whitaker, using the Lights Aglow suite, which has that very vanilla in it. And you can see that's it's a mega suite. There's a couple pages of that suite, right? It's really cool. All right, this one, I got to tell you, I'm in love. I mean, not only do I love gnomes, but I mean, you have a moose with a fox and a little bird on its back. But wait till you see this really cool easel fold. It's a different kind of easel fold. And this is from Sandra Kofod. And she is one of the paper chefs. She's on my direct team. Love this. She has embossing folder going on back there. She used this Designer Series paper, storybook gnomes. She used all this, you know, I'm thinking she might have, you know, used her ScanNCut. That's our secret weapon. Pretty much all the paper chefs have that secret weapon, almost all of us. But
The sentiment came from the barn set,
oh, the barn? Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
the inside one.
Cool. Okay, the inside sentiment. Okay, she's saying this came from Christmas Barn. Awesome. I didn't even notice that. And I just love, is this one from here though? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes, from the Kindest Gnomes, the outside. And the embossing folder, I'm not familiar. It's probably in the back of this catalog, but just super, super cute. I just love this fold. And I love the simplicity of like, you just take this embossing folder on a background, right? And you just have this incredible, it's simple to make these backgrounds with embossing folders, but it does so much. Okay, so that was Sandra. Hit it out of the park. Oh, this is so cute, super cute too. This is perched in a tree over here. You see this bird that looks like he's very full, been eating all day. And look at this, stands up like that. So you have this cool embossing going on here. You have this embossing in the back, which is like an extra bonus. You have your sentiment, and let's see who made this one. Vicki Reese. Vicki Reese made this card. Also part of the Beehive, one of our sidelines. And I like how she used Wink and Stella on the bird. Super cute. All right, this is very different. I like this because it's a different kind of easel fold. Donella made this, Donella Bowser. And it's kind of cool because it's like this. It goes like that. And then you're like, oh, how's it stand? And then you stand it up and you go. You take this back panel out and it stands. And I should have had my camera up higher. I guess it's time to put my camera up a little higher so you can see that. Isn't that a cool way to stand up a card though? Like that. And so that's using, need I say more, Rustic Harvest Suite. We just spent a whole month working on Rustic Harvest Suite the month before last. Was it last month? No, last month was Jingle, Jingle, Jingle. It was September. We did a whole month of Rustic Harvest and heat embossing. Look at that. And look at all the stuff she did to this and all the extra layers. It's a pretty heavy card too. So nice, Donella.
I love it.
Yeah, very cool, right? See if anything else is in here. Okay, we did that one. Okay, now we have a couple other things. When we have a swap, I'm just making sure nothing else in here. We have what's called a swap coordinator. And the swap coordinator mails out all the cards to everybody else. You mail them in and she mails them out. And she said she always gives a little Cersei, meaning a little treat to us. And in her little Cersei that she gave to all of us, her name is Lisa Weir. She said, oh, I got inspired by the paper chef, and she said, I made this little Cersei with the 2 tea bags. So that's pretty cool because she took the one that I got inspired by Hattie. So Hattie sent me one. I got inspired by the fold. I made this one. I made these with the paper pumpkin kit with the little Santas. Okay. And then she went and got inspired by mine. And then this is how swapping works. I then got inspired by Lisa. So I copied this off Hattie. Then Lisa copied off me. And then I went and copied some things back off Lisa. Check this out. I put the little ribbon on it. I like how she added ribbon to the double fold tea pouch. And I like how she rounded it using a corner rounder, which is part of the Delightful Trio or Detailed Trio Punch, I think it's called. So you put 2 little tea bags in there. So you can see how swapping goes full circle. You actually get your swaps back again sometimes, or some ideas that you inspired someone and they inspire you to go on. And it always comes full circle. So why do we do all this? We do it all to give away, and we make our cards with one set, And it's the economy of scale, right? You make a bunch of one thing. That's how the whole economy works, is somebody makes a bunch of one thing and you trade for something that you don't have the supplies to make, right? That's how the whole world works. Well, I'm going to show you my swaps now and show you what I'm about to give out. My goal is to make 70 of them, and with the help of Kathy, I might be able to reach that goal. I have created my swaps using Nature's Prints, the Nature's Print Suite. Now, this is something that I didn't do before when I was making my swaps, is I didn't document the process. Well, this time, I've been working on these for a while now, I decided to document the process of making these from every step of the way. And I then uploaded my courses to Udemy and Skillshare, both platforms. And if you want to learn how to make this card from start to finish, every step of the way, it takes about 2 hours and 30 minutes to watch the videos. And then you're going to learn, and there's 14 videos, and I show you every step of the way, how to cut the card bases, how to cut the layers, how to do the die cutting, how to do the stamping, how to do the sponging, how to make your card stand up, and lots more. And I'm even going to show you in here how to step it up. I even show you how I package my cards, and if you were selling them, how I'd package them differently. And if I were mailing them, how I'd package them differently than giving them out. All kinds of tips and tricks along the way. So I'll just really quickly show you this little pile. Then I'm going to be photographing them. So I'm using Nature's Print stamp set. Yes, Sun Prints, Designer Series paper. Yeah, oh, you already have it out? Awesome. It's already out in this catalog. So here's what I'm using. This entire suite of products over here. I'm embracing the blue. I love this, all these blues. I've grown to love them even more. I'm using Hello There and You Are On My Mind. Like our George is saying, right? George is on my mind. Okay, there you go. So that's what I did. So I used because of the Sun Prints paper has the 4 coordinating colors of Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Starry Sky, and Gray Granite, then you see me using all those colors of cardstock. And the same with the ink, I just coordinated the ink as well. And I show you how to do everything in an assembly line process. I showed you how I would cut the cardstock layers and then how I would cut the Designer Series paper layers. This is how I would step it up. We'll get to that one last. And it just, that's what I'm showing in the course. And if you want to learn how to make that step by step, you're new to card making, or if you're not new to card making, you just want to check out another one of my courses on Udemy. If you're in one of the ScanNCut courses, you will be notified as soon as it goes live. And if you want to be notified and get a coupon for a really good deal on the course, then be sure to sign up for my newsletter that's in the description beneath this video. It'll say paperchef.stampinup.net. And then on there it says, sign up for my newsletter. And then when you do that, you're notified of coupons and things. So one of the sections in the course is how to step up your cards and make them even better. And you can do that a few different ways. And one of the ways is by embossing folders. So I used here the Fern 3D embossing folder. You can also step it up by using textured paper. This paper is called brushstroke specialty paper. You can also add bling. Notice I didn't usually add bling, but I was showing how to step it up. That was the point of that lesson. So you can add more bling. And there's other ways to make it stand up besides using just the die cuts. You can put embellishments here. But when you do that, you need to package it a little differently so that those don't poke through. I also showed if you wanted to put a place to write a message on it where you could put that, and then how to package them up. So I'll be announcing that course in a separate video. I've already done the launch video. I'm just waiting for the approval for the course. It should already be live on Skillshare. All right, thank you, Lala's Crafts, Cynthia, Board. Thank you, Deborah. And Linda, I see you are watching already. She's at the venue waiting for us to come. Hello, Cheryl. And she's still watching videos. Can't get enough. You must be done all your swaps. So we're going to go eat some of Mom's delicious pot roast now. And thank you all for coming. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for your comments. Have a great day. This is Kathy and the Paper Chef signing off.